Hi Internet. In this video we're going to do kind of a comparison-ish of three saber staffs from three different companies. This is something that I kind of been wanting to do for a bit now. Now I feel pretty good about doing it. I think we got three really nice models here. And I think it'd be fun. I'll maybe whip out the measuring stick and we'll do some measuring of how much saber we have on the table here. But what we've got here is a saber staff from SaberTrio with a coupler. We have a Ultra Saber's saber staff that is really just a single piece. Let me actually flip this guy around this way. There we go. Just to help my OCD. And then we have an Electrum Sabercraft 2 connected with a coupler. And I think there's just interesting differences in ways of doing a saber staff. Obviously, to some degree, this is a matter of efficiency for these companies, at least two of them, in that they can use a normal standard saber, sell you a small coupler, and then attach them. So let's start with that. So with the SaberTrio, we have the pixel blade. Comes with a coupler that is a screw-on. So if I retract that, if I want to decouple, we just grab and twist, which makes it nice, especially for recharging. That's going to come in handy. Now the Electrum Sabercraft, you have screws, so they're not horrible. And they're, everybody has, if you're in this hobby, you have these, but you do have to unscrew them if you want to charge them. On the other hand, you have the Ultra Sabers, this is a SaberCraft saber, which is actually just one saber. We've looked at this before, with one button to turn everything on. Lights up both sides, one button to turn off the bottom one, and a recharge port right here. So very convenient and easy to access. Somewhat light on functionality, mostly because I bought this one off of their Etsy store, and their Etsy store doesn't allow for a great deal of customization. So one color alone. Again, when you go to SaberTrio, you're talking about much higher quality, the LED blades. You're talking about the bigger, slightly more solid hilts with really solid electronics on the inside. I've not had any problem with my electronics on the inside with SaberForge, but I've heard tell. Again, Electrum Sabercraft, very light, very solid, very inexpensive. These guys delivered this to me lightning speed, record speed from what they told me. This got to me super fast. The Electrum Sabercraft got to me super fast. This, I hate to dump on a company. I'm so used to Amazon speeds. This took longer than it should have. It was an Etsy purchase. It still took like 4 to 6 weeks. It shouldn't take that long for something off of Etsy. I get it if it was something custom, but even that said, custom build at time of order. Got here in 2.5 weeks. Takes too long. I like this. I do like this as a single saber staff. It's meant to be a single saber staff. I like the USB, external USB. I like the external button to control it. I would like more controls of the innards. Maybe I'll swap them out. These look more impressive in my opinion. This is cool. This is really nice cosplay material. I'm going as a temple guard. I'm going to wear this. This is that menacing. It's menacing. It's big. I think we use that language when I did the initial review. It's big. It's heavy. It's a menacing saber. It's great. It's going to be interesting to see if it'll stay up on my wall. At the same time, again, the Electrum Sabercraft, nice and light, bright, great technology, a lot of great functionality. So it's hard for me to pick a favorite. I think all three are great. I love them, each of them. I'm trying to think about like how would you look at these as a purchaser? I would say, again, it's really tough because Electrum Sabercraft's pricing is so good, and so reasonable for what you get that you can't go wrong. The SaberTrio, I'll be honest, I think it was a little more expensive, but I think especially the Plexar blade really makes up that difference. Again, there's not a lot of flash to this. I mean, Electrum Sabercraft, you have the nice green pieces on the pommel. This still looks cool, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have that bling. But it's menacing. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to use the M word. But I think this is, if you have the extra money, I don't think you're going to be sorry for something like this. And again, this is kind of like, it's hard to say. I want to call it Target, but I think it's putting it down a little too much. It's your, it's your mall store. It's okay. It's like a Macy's, maybe Macy's is so expensive, but it's a nice saber. They just need to get their shipping situation sorted out. I think this is a nice light small saber. I mean, if you look at them, we get them all in. Sorry for all the post-it notes and rulers and stuff, but if you get them all in, you'll see the SaberTrio is the longest, and the Electrum Sabercraft is the next. And let's break out that ruler. So if we're going tip of pommel to tip of pommel here, the SaberTrio is 23 inches, while the SaberForge is 15.5, and the Electrum Sabercraft is, if I go to the peak of the crown is 23 inches. So yeah, this one's, they're actually about the same. Interesting. So the Electrum Sabercraft and the SaberTrio are actually the same length. And then of course blade width impacts that as well. So really, I think as always, and I say this about a lot of different things, it depends on what you want, what you're looking to do with it, and then what your personal preference is. It just really depends on what you're wanting to do with it. I definitely think that the SaberTrio will go out with me during trick-or-treating on Halloween. Dark outfit, gonna be menacing. I think the Electrum Sabercraft, though, again, adds some red accents to that. Easily swap out that crown, and I could do the same. The Temple Guard from SaberForge is, again, it's a nice saber. It's nice and light. I know people have had different thoughts and feelings around them, but I found this to be a good one. I just wish they would really have figured out a way to get it to me quicker. It just takes a little too long to receive stuff from them. And I understand that they do a lot of their manufacturing in the States, so maybe that has to do with it. Maybe they just do a high volume. But again, I got this from overseas. I got this from Canada within 2 weeks. So take that for what you will. Let me know what your thoughts are. What's your favorite saber staff? Are they even necessary? Are you a purist? Are you a big fan of like the Darth Maul one? Leave some comments down below. I do try to respond to those. And let me know what you think. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you found it interesting, enjoyable, or you think otherwise, please give me a subscribe. Just trying to hit my 100 subscribers so I can change that daft URL. As always, I really appreciate your time. Thanks.